The complete story of harmony, which includes chords and how they are constructed, couldn't possibly be covered in a video clip or a lesson or two. But what we can do in a short clip is hit the high points and hope you come back for the rest of the story. As beginners, we often learn our first chords from a chord grid pattern, like that, and on the faith that if we put our fingertips where the grid instructs, we can sound the promised chord. The grid alone, however, does not tell us the numerous other spellings of the chord, nor the different string sets it may be played on. Chords come from scale tones, therefore an understanding of scales is a good starting point. You may refer to my scale video clip, about movable major scale patterns for a little intro on that. But for something as simple as a major scale, knowing a sharp from a flat and following a basic chord formula, you can build any chord imaginable. Let's number the tones of a major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Or I could have called this, 7, 8, an eighth degree. But in harmony terms, whether you call it an 8 octave degree or 1, harmonically it's the same. It functions as a 1. An A major scale, A is a root no matter where you use it. For the moment, let's fast forward past the story of intervals and triads and go to seventh chords. The three big families of seventh chords would be major seventh, dominant seventh, and minor seventh. Just to demonstrate this example, let's demonstrate with the dominant seventh chord, which most of you know as the plain old seventh chord. The formula for the seventh chord is 1, 3, 5, flat 7. And those notes can really be in any order. If I construct it like this, I have the root of the chord in the low voice, so that spelling would be called a root spelling, or root position spelling, whatever. But I can also put the third of the chord in the low voice, and that would be what we call a first inversion seventh chord. It's an A seventh chord as well. I could put the fifth of the chord in the low voice, and that's what we call a second inversion A seventh chord. Or I could put the flat 7, the G natural, in the low voice of the chord, and that's a third inversion A seventh chord. So root spelling, first inversion, second inversion, third inversion. And that's merely one string set I did this on, the 6-4-3-2 string set. I could also spell the A seventh chord on the top 4 strings. That's a second inversion, a third inversion, a root spelling, and a first inversion. So any of the things I did with that chord can be done in addition on other string sets, and can also be done with the other chord types, major 7 and minor 7. And of course, in the seventh chord family, in which we include the sixth chord, major and minor, there are 12 other types of seventh chords. So we can visit that in a future lesson. Thank you.